Hey friends, Hattie here. I think actually, as I'm looking at this camera, I think I'm upside down. Let me see here. You know, a couple weeks ago I was having some issues with Facebook, and let me see. I was excited because it looked like it was going to work, and now I think I'm upside down again. So let's see. Last time I couldn't broadcast landscape, so this time, let's see what's going on here. If you're catching me live, let me know you're here. So silly. I'm not upside down. My grid paper was upside down. Okay, let's get started. Hi guys, Hattie here with Honeybee Stampers. I hope you guys are able to catch me live. And if you're not, hello to everybody who is on the replay. Today we're going to do a really fun card featuring a beautiful suite of products. Let me show you the suite of products in the catalog, and then we will go over a few of these items and then we'll jump right in. The card is actually really simple and easy to make, and I'm introducing a couple things that I hadn't really done before, so hopefully it's something new to you as well. So it's called The Joy of Christmas. It's a suite of products on page 28 and 29 in the little, I call it a holiday mini catalog, but the mini catalog. And so you'll see all these beautiful projects here, and then we've got all the pieces that are part of the suite. So, well, hi Crystal, thanks for joining. So in the suite, you're going to have this beautiful designer series paper called Joy of Christmas, and you're going to have Joyful, which is a specialty paper that has some gold foil embedded within the paper. And then you're going to have this beautiful ribbon, which I am using nonstop. It's black and very vanilla. In the annual catalog, it's actually, we have a black and white that's a gingham, but this one is black and very vanilla, and it's a little bit larger than the one that's in the annual catalog. Then we've got these really pretty loose gems. Now this right here is right now sold out, and it's scheduled to come back, I believe, sometime in November. But this right here is what's holding up the suite. So if you went on and you wanted to purchase this Joy of Christmas suite collection where you just kind of pop in that one number, you're going to find that it's not available. The only reason it's not available is that this right here is sold out. But you can get the stamps and the dies and these stamps and dies. You can get this paper as well as this paper. Let me just pop through some of this paper with you. And actually, I don't think I grabbed my foil paper. And that's so pretty. I'll have to show it to you another time. I store all of my designer series paper in a pack, like a little envelope like this. I got this on Amazon, and I love it. Hi, Carol. Oh, you live in South Carolina. Where? Where in South Carolina? Hi, Nan. Nan, I hope you're all ready for your amazing event that you're going to have this weekend. If anybody lives in the Florence, South Carolina area or anywhere near there, my friend Nan is having a homemade holiday extravaganza. So she's selling some things that she and another designer have designed, some beautiful homemade projects, and they're in Florence. So you'll have to check that out. Okay, so these papers are all chopped up, but I'll just kind of show you a little bit of it really quickly. I've shown it in videos before, but this has got like a pecan pie color, and it's got some notes. If you can see that, they're like musical notes. And then on this side, you've got the red gingham, and then this right here is exactly the same, but it is in a shaded spruce color. And then you've got some wood grain, a wood grain look on that side. You've got these two pieces that have a lot of holly leaves and berries. This one actually has some pine cones in it. One's in a little bit larger design. Oh, and this has flowers in it as well. And then on the other side, both of these are pebbled path, but this one is kind of like musical notes, and then this looks like wood grain. So you've got that. And then we've got this piece right here. I love this piece, and I actually designed a card with it for our demo retreat that we did just this past weekend. And I'll share those projects with you in just a minute as well. And then we've got this side, and then we've got this one. This one, I don't know that I like this print as much. It looks like they're the holly berries, but then they maybe splash some water on it to give it this look. I haven't designed with this pattern yet. I'll have to work with it. And then we've got this side here. So I think that's pretty much it as far as the designer series paper goes. And then we've got this beautiful DSP that comes in foil, and I don't know that I grabbed it. So, but here, I'll show you a couple pieces. So this was my little cheat sheet that I used this past weekend, but you'll see that we've got this shaded spruce piece right here with gold, and it's like a plaid with some gold, and then here's a cherry cobbler with some gold notes. So those are 2 of the 4, and you can see the other 4 right there. Really pretty paper, and this comes one-sided, so you'll just get these 4 sheets and just I'm sorry, 2 each of these 4 sheets, and they're only one-sided, not double-sided. So there's that. Oh, good, Nan, I'm excited. Are you ever really ready? No, never. When you're a crafter, the job is never done, right? Okay, so let me show you the project that we're gonna make today. And then I am gonna go into a lot of things that are happening with Stampin' Up! And with Honeybee Stampers, some upcoming events and whatnot. But this is the project that we're gonna make today, sweet and simple, which I love. And speaking of sweet and simple, I've got a class at the end of this week. So on Saturday, I'm gonna miss Nan's event, but on Saturday I have a sweet and simple card class here at the studio in Sumter, South Carolina. And it is at 10 o'clock, or you can pick the 4 p.m. slot. And so we have not closed registration on that yet. And you'll make 6 beautiful, simple cards. Okay, let's get going here. Okay, so for this card, I used this stamp set here. It's called Joy of Noel stamp set. Hi, Jennifer. Oh, I forgot to put my Do Not Disturb on, so I think I'll be okay. But anyways, you just reminded me of that. We're going to use this image right here from the Joy of Noel, and I'm going to teach you how to color on top of colored cardstock. And so we're going to be playing with the watercolor pencils. So do you guys have these? I've had these for years and years and years. We actually we offer 2 different sets that have 2 different colors sets on the back. So I have both of them, and I like to store them right here in one of our old wood cases, and I have my little label on there. But we're going to use that to color on top of this crumb cake paper. And then we're also going to be using some Stays-On ink. So here's our Stays-On ink, and mine dries out really easily, even though I've got this little trick to put your lid, this little plastic piece that comes with it, don't throw it away. This I learned from my friend Gail. You double stack some dimensionals on it, and maybe you can see that there. You double stack the dimensionals on there, and that's how you adhere this plastic piece to the lid so that it's always with it, because it kind of helps it not to dry out. But you're definitely gonna want the Stays-On ink refill, because I refill this often. Okay, so we're going to use that, and whenever you're watercoloring, you want the Stays-On as opposed to the Memento Black. So sometimes people get these 2 confused. The Memento Black I use for stamping blends. You can watercolor with this, but you do run the risk of letting the black ink bleed a little bit when you're adding water. So you want to use Stays-On whenever you're applying any kind of liquid. Okay. So there's that, and then let me mention one more thing that you need. So you're going to need the Stays-On ink, you're going to need the ink refill, and you're going to need one of these. This is our Stays-On cleaner, and a lot of people don't even know about this. So we've got our chamois that cleans our stamp sets, and we've got our Stampin' Scrub and Mist that helps clean our stamp sets. But if you're using Stays-On, it is a pigmented ink that's really deep and stains like crazy. It'll stain your stamps really bad, but you'll still be able to use the stamps, but it does stain. But you want the Stays-On cleaner to kind of help lift some of that ink off of your stamp or even your block. So you'll see if you get any of this ink on your block, it's hard to just wipe off. So there's that. Make sure you have those 3 pieces. Okay, so I'm going to have this crumb cake here that we're going to stamp on, and I grabbed this beautiful, I love this image from the Joy of Noel stamp set, and we're just going to ink it up. Whenever I've got a stamp that's larger than my ink pad, I like to ink this way as opposed to inking this way. So let's ink this up. Make sure I get good coverage. And you don't want to wait a long time to stamp because it will dry. Now I'm stamping up a little bit higher this time than I had. Let me get this. Sometimes the foam helps. Whew. Gosh, that can be really sticky ink too, FYI. Okay, so there we go. There's my image. The reason I stamped up so high is because this time I want to do a different sentiment on the bottom. Now this is when you would want to apply your StazOn ink cleaner. Just like this, you just rub it right on there, and this helps to take that off, and you want to do it as soon as possible so it doesn't stain quite as badly. Okay, I used our brown StazOn ink over the weekend and it really stained. Okay, so now we've done that, you can kind of blot off some of that like that, and then you can wipe this off before you go on to cleaning it. So again, this is already stained brown from this past weekend. I used our saddle brown StazOn ink that we sell for one of the projects, and I did not get a chance to clean it right away. Okay, let's move that out of the way. Wanted to make sure you guys were aware of that because I don't talk about that a whole lot, that combination of products. So now I want to take our watercolor pencils, and this one happens to have the cherry cobbler. I think I set them out already. So I'm using some pencils from both of these sections here, and I'm going to grab our cherry cobbler, and I'm just going to color very quickly in all of the berries here. You guys will have to let me know if you're watercolor pencil fans, if you guys use it very often or not. I know the Stampin' Blends, when they came on the scene with Stampin' Up, they just were so popular. Who grabbed watercolor pencils anymore? Not me. But they're really fun to color with because you can have a lot of control over what you're coloring. So I just quickly colored those in, and then I'm going to take and I'm going to go the opposite. So I did garden green on this part with my original card, but I'm going to do old olive this time. So just color that in, and you can make it as dark or as light as you'd like. Okay, there we go. Oh, got one more. I just think this particular stamp, I love the way that it looks. I love how the artist drew that. Okay, now this color right here is garden green. You always see the color name right there. And I'm gonna color these in garden green. These holly berries here, or holly leaves, I mean. Okay, we got two more. So did you guys know that you can color on some of our colored cardstock? And if you did, what color cardstock is your favorite to color on? So I think this crumb cake lends really well for this theme of this card, I think. Okay. And the other great thing is you can actually use an eraser. When you go out of the lines, if that bothers you, you can actually use an eraser to get some of it off of there. Okay, so we've got that done. Now I want to take a different sentiment, as I mentioned earlier. I want to stamp in the bottom. Let's pick one here. So I've left enough room for that, kinda. I love this one. Let's do Tidings of Comfort and Joy. Let's do that. And we're going to do this, and you'll see when you use the StazOn cleaner how this will clean this up a lot faster. So let me show you what I mean by that. Let me add a little bit more ink to this because it felt like it really stuck down. Look how thirsty that ink pad is. It's like sucking that up. Okay, now we're gonna take our Tidings of Comfort and Joy, ink it up really well, And then I'm just going to stamp it right down here at the bottom. I'm not right over it, so I can't tell if this is centered or not, or if it's, yeah, I think so. I think that'll work. And then, like I said, now would be when you would clean this off. You could probably stamp it a little bit to get some of that excess ink onto your paper that you're working on. And then I just take a napkin and wipe it off. Because that stays on ink can leave a film or a layer on top of your stamp that'll make it difficult to add more ink later. Okay, so there we go. I like that a lot better. So here's that pretty ribbon that we're gonna use. I'm just gonna tie a quick bow. And I have a few of the projects that we made because this was the suite of products that we featured at our demo retreat as well this weekend. Okay, so this bow or this ribbon is really easy to tie and finagle to make it look just like you want it. So there's that. Of course, I don't have my good ribbon scissors. Hold on. So you can use, our paper snips are really sharp as well, but I have the old ribbon scissors that I love and I've had for a long time from Stampin' Up! When they carried it back in the day. I don't know what that is. Let's cut that off. Okay, there we go. And then we'll go this way with it. Okay. So I had just a little bit of this ribbon left with a spool. And I worked it and worked it and worked it until it became a bow. Hi, Angie. Thank you. Yes, Nan. I know you had mentioned that to me before about tying ribbons. We do need to get together. I love to tie bows. Some people don't. But I love tying bows. I find it relaxing. Okay, we're not quite done with this, but I'm going to start to assemble it because we'll do that last part in just a second. So we're going to take our card base and fold it in half like this. There was somebody, I think Sheila had a bow maker at the retreat. I think it was her that had it in her hand, which I thought was pretty cool. Okay, wait, let me think about this for a second. Do I want to switch up the way that this is? I do. Let's do something different. Might as well. I've already changed the sentiment on it, so we might as well. Okay, so it looks like I've cut this a little bit too long. Oh, geez. That's okay. Oh, well. All right, so when I've done that, then I just kind of flip this over and grab a pair of scissors, and I'm just going to trim this off. That was not a good trim. There. Okay, so we're kind of making it to the side versus right down the center. Okay, and then we're going to pop this up with dimensionals because you guys know me, that is a must. A must. Put this on here. Now this suite of products has so much going on in it that you literally could design and design and design and come up with so many different projects. I mean, honestly. So at the retreat this weekend, I designed 3 different cards and Susan designed 3. And so that gave everybody a little bit of a variety, which is fun. Okay, so now we've got that on here. We're going to put our bow on with glue dots. Always glue dots. I know sometimes I see people use liquid adhesive, and that works, but I'm telling you, glue dots. Glue dots are your answer when you're thinking about putting any kind of twine or ribbon on a project. And let's put that right there. There we go. And let's trim these up a little bit. It's okay that they hang off, but there we go. Okay, now, like I said, you could totally leave it just like this because I think it's pretty. Glue dots aren't your friend, Charlene? I mean, that surprises me. You could leave it like this, or you could grab a Wink of Stella, and I just looked on the inventory status report. Thanks, Susan. This is back in stock, but it's low inventory. Have you guys noticed that this comes in and out of stock constantly? It literally sells out constantly. So you can use this almost like watercoloring, but it leaves glitter. So it really will smooth out the color that you have on here. And I did squeeze it right before the video, so I've got a little bit more Wink of Stella than I usually do. But it'll smooth out this colored pencil that we just did and add sparkle. And then when you run out of the Wink of Stella, when it starts to go low, you can just drop a tiny, tiny bit of re-inker in there and change the color. So if I wanted to turn this into a cherry cobbler Wink of Stella, I could just put the tiniest bit in there and then shake it up really well, maybe even add just a spluck of water and turn it into kind of like a watercolor pencil. Now you do want to wipe it off, right, until it runs clear so that you don't carry one color onto the next. So now here we are. I'm like, my hands are shaky for some reason. Now here we are coloring in the holly leaves, and you'll see, maybe you can see in the video, that it does kind of spread the color out, because when I colored it, I just did it really haphazardly. But now I can kind of drag some of the color to the ends like that. And this really adds, like in this one you could probably tell especially because we've got some empty spots here. But there we go. Move my bow out of the way and do this one. So I haven't done this particular technique in quite a while, like where I color with colored pencils on top of some colored cardstock. But it's a fun one. It's definitely a fun one. There's that. Okay, did I get them all? Yep. And then I can just wipe this off until it kind of runs clear. And then we're going to go into this green here. Now, I'm almost done with this card, but stay tuned because I got lots of stuff to share with you. I've got some product sneak peeks, I guess. Well, not really a sneak peek because I'm going to show it to you, but there's some product that's coming out that I've already got my hands on that you'll get to see. I also want to mention that it's free shipping. Today's the last day to get free shipping. And there is an order minimum, so you have to hit like $75. So if you have a stamping friend, then the two of you put an order in together and hit that $75. Or if you're like me, you can hit the $75 with no problem by yourself. Then you can take advantage of the free shipping. Okay, so there we go. We've got a little bit of glitter there, and I just love the way that looks. And then if you squeeze this a little bit, you could even kind of, oh shoot, too much. You can flick some of the sparkles on here to add even more interest if you wanted to your project. So there we go. This right here, you guys, I think they're only $8, but they're low inventory. I just checked. You want Wink of Stella in your stash for sure. And then of course you could put embellishments on here if you wanted to, but I mean, you almost don't need them. Hi, Kelly. Thank you. So fun hanging out with you this weekend. So let me show you, and some of you that are on here, like Kelly and Susan and Charlene, you guys have already seen these projects because you made them this weekend. So let me show you some of the projects. So here is another card that I designed. This time I did some faux watercoloring, and I mixed two colors together because in this DSP, they've got a little bit of that old olive in there and a little bit of the shaded spruce. So we kind of recreated that there. And then this ink is our saddle brown ink. And I know some people told me this past week and they didn't even know that we carried that in Stays On. So kind of keep that in mind. So there's that project. And look, I used the same sentiment. Can you tell I liked it? Okay, and here's another project that I created for this weekend using the ribbon. This is that online exclusive ribbon. It comes in silver as well as in gold. And then I used it kind of like piping on the sides of this. Now there is that really pretty paper, this one right here. I showed this one as the one that they could use. Thank you, Crystal. You're so sweet. They could use this in place of that one if they wanted to, or they could leave that one. It was up to them. So there was that. Very simple card. And then we've got this one. Now this one features the brushed gold note cards and envelopes. Have you guys seen that? Seen those? So those that came to the retreat this weekend, they got a half a pack of that. Let me show you where it's located in the catalog in case you missed it. On page 76, you'll see it right here. You can get, I think 20. Yeah, 20 note cards, 20 envelopes for $12. And let me see, what suite did it go with? Oh, it didn't go with the suite. They kind of highlight it on this page. And they've used it on this card as well as this card. So really fun. But what I did was I trimmed it down. Oops. I trimmed it down and I backed it on a piece of cherry cobbler. And then I also embossed. You can see that we dry embossed right there with some of the notes with our Merry Melody embossing folder. And then we used that pretty paper too. And then did this little vignette right there. Okay, so those are some projects. I have other projects with this suite because, like I said, you can just showcase this over and over again. Those of you who are coming to Saturday's Sweet and Simple card class, don't be surprised if you don't see something with this. Last month we did something with this Noel. It was a shaker card. We'll be doing something a little bit differently this month. So there's that. Okay. I hope you guys liked that project. Let me go into some other things that are going on with Stampin' Up! So that you guys are in the know. And of course, I printed all of these things off and I placed them over here. Hold on. Okay, so here's a few things. First of all, paper pumpkin. I'm waiting for the paper pumpkin kit to come in. They just closed it for the month of October, but this is the month of November. This is November's kit, and it is 8 boxes. You get 4 each of 2 different designs. The little ink spot that you're going to get is Mossy Meadow, and it comes with iridescent glitter accents on the paper, linen thread, and then some food safe bags. So this particular kit is all about gift giving, so you can put some little treats and gift it to your friends and family. Now the cool thing is that they have an add-on. I love when they do add-ons. Add-ons are fun, and this add-on actually are 20 card bases and 20 coordinating envelopes, and the size is 5 by 7. So these cards that I typically do are 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So this is a much larger card, and here is what it looks like the cards are. So you get these card bases and the pretty envelopes that go with it. You'll get 20 of them for $14. So that'll be really easy Christmas card making. I can't wait to get my hands on that. If you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you can get those. If you're not, reach out to me. I can maybe hook you up a little bit. Okay, so that's Paper Pumpkin that's coming out. Let me show you another really cool card kit. So this is a brand new card kit that came out this month. And you guys, my friend Jennifer put them together for me, and they are beautiful. We gave them away as a gift at our retreat this past weekend. So we clipped one of them on the little gold foil that they got, and they're really pretty. So you'll get actually 25 of these little, they're like little envelopes, and you can clip them on the twine that comes along with it. You get these huge clips right here. Let me show you what one actually looks like. So this is one that doesn't really have all of the filigree and embellished part like the rest of them, but this is so pretty. So they're all different, and so you've got this little clip, and you can tuck something in there. I mean, gift cards would fit, money would fit, a little treat, a little jewelry, whatever you wanted, maybe a piece of candy. It is kind of a flat envelope, so let me see. Yeah. Oh yeah, you could totally put something that has a little bit of dimension in there and just clip it at the top. Now there is a demonstrator, I think her name is Kim, and is it McGillis? Something like that. I have to find her. But she took a large picture frame and she put these on there, and it is stunning. Absolutely stunning. So I will be casing that for sure. So this is called Rustic Christmas. It's a countdown kit. I guarantee this will sell out. So there's that. And I want to say it's only $19, which is, in my opinion, a steal. Okay, and then we've got this heartfelt hexagon. So this was something that was available for pre-order during, and I don't know if you can see that, yeah, during, let's see, World Card Making Day, which was last Saturday. I'll have to check and see if you can still sign up for it if you missed it, because they'll email you the recording, or you'll have access to the recordings. But this is what coordinates with it. So it's something that's coming out in the next catalog, but you had an opportunity to pre-order it. So there's that. Really pretty. And then we've got some new product that is on online exclusive. Online exclusives. As a demonstrator, you could pre-order this month and then they'll go live next month. If you are somebody who wants to take advantage of the starter kit special, that's a good segue into this. Here's the starter kit special. You can either get the starter kit at a 35% discount, or you can get 35% more product in your starter kit. So this is such a great deal. So if you're a little bit, you know, money conscious right now, but you just really want to join Stampin' Up, hopefully join my team, the Beehive, then you can get a starter kit and it'll only cost you $64.35. You do have to pay tax on that, but the shipping is free, but you get $125 worth of stuff. That's insane. Or if you're like, give it all to me, I want the most bang for my buck, it's the typical $99 that you would usually spend, but you would get 35% more product. So you'll get $168.75 worth of product. And that can include some of this pre-order product that I'm going to show you in just a second. So two great ways, and this ends October 31st. It is such a great time to join. We've got celebration coming up, so you're going to get to order early celebration. You're going to get to earn early. There's just so many perks. Plus, you'll be on my team, so that's awesome. Okay, so here's some awesome paper that's coming out. I'm just going to flip through it really quickly. It is so gorgeous. I've got both. Do I have both sides going? Yeah, I do. Okay, so there's that. You can get a pack of this paper in your starter kit if you wanted to, or if you're already a demonstrator, you can order this right now as a demo order. Get your hands on that. Look at that. That is so pretty. This definitely reminds me of chalk, like chalking or pastel work. I'll be interested to see what they say as far as how this was created. Doesn't it look like pastel work? It does to me. Okay, and then that's part of a suite of products called Garden Meadow, I believe. I don't know what I did with my paper. I had it for you guys to show you, and I've lost it. Okay, so you've got this stamp set here. So cute. Let me find. So this is called, yeah, Meandering Meadows is what the designer series paper is called. It's 6x6. Then we've got Garden Meadow, and there's a die that coordinates with that. Where it is, God only knows. And then I did bring it to the retreat and kind of have it out for everybody to see. And then you've got another cute little stamp set. Okay, what is this one called? This one, okay, here it is. This one's called Garden Meadow Stamp Set, and then here are the dies that coordinate with it. And yeah, it's really amazing. And this die right here is really going to be very popular because I've actually seen some really cute cards where they use it for the stamp set Fluffiest Friends. Isn't this so cute? So it was brought to my attention that these little sticks, look at this. This little beaver has turned them into a heart. I think that's so cute. And then there are dies that coordinate with the Fluffiest Friends too. Let's see here. Pull this out of here. Okay, here it is. Oh, so I was getting this mixed up with this right here. Both of them are cute. So we've got, here are the dies that coordinate with this. Look at that honeybee, I love it. So cute. I just think he's so cute. Okay, so there's that. And then we've got another suite of products. Now this paper or this product suite that I'm getting ready to show you is only available to those who signed up for On Stage Online, which is an event that happens in November, on November 11th. It's a virtual on stage or virtual convention with Stampin' Up! Where you get to get all the sneak peeks of what's coming out with the new celebration and the new spring mini catalog, which I love. It's so fun. Now, another perk of getting this 35 for 35, like I had to pay for, did I pay for that? I think I did, because as a silver leader above, you get free access to one of the events. But anyways, most of us had to pay for entry to that online event, which was not that expensive. But if you get the starter kit, you actually get free access. So when that happens, I believe you may also be able to add this on too. So what I mean by that is I'll have to double check this for sure, but I know that only the people who signed up for On Stage had the ability to pre-order this product. This is a new product that's coming out in the next catalog. So look how cute this is. This is the Be My Valentine. It's so sweet. You know I love this. And it's a punch that coordinates with it. Okay. And then you've got this pretty embellishment here. They're adhesive backed hearts and flowers. Then you've got some Poppy Parade ribbon. And these make the coolest treat boxes. So you can see how it's shaped right there. They're pillow boxes, but they've got those really defined edges or sides right there. So you get these. How many come in this pill box? 10 of them. So this would be so adorable. You throw some ribbon around it, maybe some of this paper. Let's bust into this paper so we can see what it looks like. And this would be perfect for Valentine's Day. Okay. So be mine. So what I need to check and find out is, I know that you'll get free access to On Stage when you get the starter kit, but let me find out if you'll actually get to order this as well. So here is the paper. I'm already in love, right? Look at that. So cute. This would be great paper to scrapbook Sterling's Valentine's Day, I think. I just ordered his Halloween costume, and I'm so excited. I had actually picked out one other costume for him. I picked out, and I might have told you guys this before, I picked out a pirate costume, and then we showed him Peter Pan and some of those shows, thinking he would get excited about it, and he was like, I don't want to be a pirate. Pirates are bad. And so now he's going to be one of the Spidey and Friends, because he really loves that show. Okay, so I wanted to show that to you. And then one last thing. Let me show you this paper, you guys. This is part of an online exclusive that anybody can order right now. But because I don't know that you guys are tracking that this is available, I want to show it to you in case you wanted it. So this paper right here is available online. It was going to be part of like a celebration offering, but they canned celebration for this month. But look at how pretty this is. And so this coordinates with, this is called Delightful Floral. And let me show you what it coordinates with in the catalog. We're definitely having some inventory issues right now. A lot of things are selling out and coming back and selling out, which makes designing for classes a little difficult, but just bear with us as we get through this. Okay, so this right here, the translucent florals bundle, this one right here, that's what this coordinates with, and it is really pretty. You know, I've been talking and talking, and I haven't looked to see if I have any questions. Oh, good, Charlene. You love coloring with your colored pencils. I do enjoy it too. I just don't reach for it as much as I probably could or should. Okay. Yes, the bees are adorable. So look at this. This is so pretty. Such pretty paper. And I love how it coordinates so well together, like the front and the back do. I always love that. Okay, and this is the last one. adorable. So there's that. Paper's available. You can order that. It's an online exclusive, so check that out. Let me show you another pack of paper that's available. I cut this open. I had it and I haven't even actually taken a deep dive into it myself. Okay, so this one coordinates with some paper. This one is called The Traditions of Saint Nick, 12 by 12. Let me pull this up too. Okay, and then we've got on page 11 in the spring mini catalog. I think so too, Dottie. That was really pretty and different. We've got the St. Nicholas. This is the stamp set and the dies. This isn't one that I really gravitate towards, but I'm going to have to take a closer look at it, especially with this paper coming out. So here we go. Isn't that like so old-timey Christmas, right? Ooh, that's pretty cool. I do like this one. I like this page. Okay. There's that. This is very interesting. Well, this is a very cool print. I like this one too. And we've got some holly leaves. I might have to do something with this after all. I really like this one too. Very cute. So there's a couple pages in here that I really liked on this paper. And I have to do something with that. And then we've got this paper. So this is called the Shining Christmas 12 by 12. And if you can't tell, it's very shiny. Okay. And we've got, it's double-sided. There's that. And this is paper that we're featuring as part of our team meeting make and takes. So that's the other great thing. If you get a starter kit for me, you'll be a part of our team, which means you'll get a very discounted team meeting make and take each month. Okay, so those were all the pieces for that. So that's really pretty, very shiny. And then the other paper is like a gold and silver glimmer paper that has adhesive on the back. You can't beat that. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm glad to be back. Last week, I was just working my little tush off trying to get ready for our retreat. And let me show you one of my favorite projects from the retreat. So we always give little surfsies or little gifts throughout the weekend. And this is one that I designed. I've been dreaming about this for a long time, but what this is what we call a Christmas simmer pot. So I created this cute little tag for it, but what I did was, you'll see in here, there's a little orange, there's some cinnamon sticks, some rosemary, and there are cranberries. I went and looked high and low for cranberries and nobody had them. And I just happened, like the night before the retreat, I called Fresh Market and they said, yeah, we just got an order. And I was like, oh my gosh, I ran there and got them. But the cute thing is this glass jar right here is actually the wee yogurt. So my dear friend Brenda Keyser, she eats wee yogurts and she dropped off an entire case of them for me, empty yogurts for me. And I cleaned them and we spray painted the bottom of them with that pretty spray paint and then filled them with this really fun simmer pot. And this was one of the gifts that we gave at the retreat, one of my all-time favorite gifts. So with a simmer pot, what you do is you'll slice up the oranges and you'll actually add some nutmeg and some other spices, but you'll pretty much put all the stuff that's in here and you just simmer it on low and it'll make your house smell like Christmas. So that was a little gift that we gave. So if you're a demonstrator, we actually have a retreat that we're doing again in April, the last weekend in April. Mark your calendars for it. And Susan and I would love to spoil you with a really fun event. All right, I think that's it. Let me dig out the card that I did today. I actually think I like it better without the splatter of the Wink of Stella now that I'm looking at it again. But, and I like it better with the DSP over on this side. You guys will have to tell me what your thoughts are. Do you like the DSP right down the middle? Do you like it off center? And do you like the splatter? Yeah, love to hear from you guys. So definitely share this video if you enjoyed it. Like, comment, And if you're watching on YouTube, please do subscribe. And I will see you guys next week with some more pretty projects. Thanks for joining me today. Bye-bye.